Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So we would be talking about the forex market structure. Just like as I mentioned in the previous video, I stated to you that understanding the forex market structure, understanding how price moves, helps you to have an edge in the market structure. That is literally the basic foundation. I literally told you in the previous video, if you haven't watched the video, please go back to do that. So we talked about creating a routine. What do I even mean by creating a routine? Just like as I explained in the previous videos, we talked about how this routine can be of benefit to stepping up your game in the industry. This routine helps you to be able to implement effortlessly your strategy, your conferences, and be able to stay disciplined to it, whether you are in loss or you are in profit. So today I will just be diving into how you can be able to understand easily the market structure, how you can be able to set this as a basic foundation for you so that you can be able to know when price moves from range to range. We talked about in the first video that when you want to create an identity, you have to actually dig that person up, right? Now when I talk about that, we are trying to go through this journey of becoming profitable, of becoming consistently profitable by following these step-by-step rules. Now we are here today to talk about forex market structure. We established in the first video that price moves from range to range, whether it's bullish or bearish. So when you know, and this is corresponding to the time frame, right? So when you are able to know where price is heading to, it gives you an insight on where to place your order, whether a buy or a sell. So today guys, we'll only be diving basically on the charts. I will be showing you chart illustrations on what I mean by the trend of the market. We'll be talking about when a price is bullish, when a price is bearish, when price have changed directions from one point to another. We'll also be putting this together in relation with our time frame, right? You'll be able to understand how you can be able to use simultaneously the time frames to understand where price is heading to. So this is basically about price action. Just like as I said, we are talking fully about price and how price moves. So the delivery action of price, that is basically the summary of what this video is about. So let's get back to the let's get into the chart so that I can tell you more about the structure of the market, as it is a very key basic foundation to understanding how forex is, or how forex operates, or how the industry operates rather. So as a beginner, as a trader that wants to become profitable, you need to be able to understand this. When you understand this, you create an edge for yourself in the market, and from there you scale up to becoming profitable and consistently profitable. So now let's head to the chart. But before we head to the chart, please guys, if you find this insightful and you find this information interesting and impactful, please do well to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification to be notified anytime I drop a new video. Now let's get to the chart. So here on the charts, just like I said, let's get to it and you'll have a basic understanding of what the chart is. And so guys, I'm trying to remove this. Stay on the call, stay on the case. So guys, please hold on, I'm trying to load the chat. So guys, we'll be talking about market structure, right? So now basically, because I am more like a day trader or swing trader as the case may be, depending on the mood, I usually want to run a top-down analysis, and most of the times I go through from the monthly time frame. Now as you can see, we can establish that price is moving in a bearish situation, right? A bearish trend rather, sorry. So we are seeing that price is breaking these lows as I am making a notation on it, right? Price is making a bearish move. So now if we are to establish, we can establish that we are in this particular range, right? We are in this particular range of price on the monthly time frame. So this is Euro USD. So what it basically means, we are trading euro against the dollar. So for those that might not exactly know what a bearish or a bullish trend is, what it simply implies is, let me give that notation. When we are, as I was saying, for those that don't know what a bullish or a bearish trend is, I will show you here. So when we are talking of a bullish trend, we are talking of price making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it continues like that. So this is what we call bullish rather. So we call it bullish. So that's it. So now for a bearish trend, you will see price moving from the point of lower low to a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we call this bearish. So this is basically it. You can see that price has constantly broken above the previous high. Price has constantly broken above the previous high and shows more intent to actually go higher. So that will establish that the trend is actually bullish. And it's the same vice versa for the bearish. Price has shown an intent to go lower than the previous low. So this is just basically for those that don't understand what I mean by bullish and bearish. So that is basically it. Now let's get to the chart so that you can see what I mean by price moving from range to range. So I would delete this. Okay, I will delete this. I believe you already understand what it's. So now let's head down to the charts. So as you can see on Euro USD, we established that price is moving from a range of lower low to lower high. Let me get this out. So now we are at this point. Now, but if you look far beyond, you will see that this particular price is actually broken high, and this impulse might just be this impulse here might actually just be a retracement where price is reaching out to actually continue bullish, right? So but at the moment you can see that is on far beyond, but at the moment you can see that on a lower time frame, this monthly, you can see that price has been creating a low, that is lower low and lower high. So now we are in this particular range on the monthly time frame, and we have established that, sorry, not this. So we are in this particular range on the monthly, right? Price. Now we have actually seen that price has actually taken out this high, showing an intent to want to go bullish. That's taking out this high, and that is what I basically just established on my higher time frame, which is monthly. So we have established that price actually broke this low, so we might be aiming for this highs, right? We might be aiming for this highs. So now we go down to a lower time frame to see where we can be a partaker of this bullish intent. So now we see that there is an impulsive move of price to continue, and this is the week. This is the end of the week. So we see that at monthly time frame, we established that price is actually on a bearish momentum, but has actually moved bullish at this point. It has moved bullish by breaking this high. So we want to believe that price is actually changing its actions or changing its directions to go bullish or stay bullish, especially when we have also established that those impulse that we have seen from the price that has showed on the monthly might just be a retracement for price to be able to mitigate a particular zone and continue bullish. So the order flow range or the order flow momentum of the price, or the order flow trend of price, which actually shows that we are bullish. So now when we go down to the weekly, we want to establish the zones that we can actually be of interest, that can be of interest to us. Now I would teach it basically about the zone, but I just want to show you how price move. We know that price moves from range to range. Now we are in the weekly, and we have established that there is this break of structure here, right, which I have denoted with this trend line. So now we want to see how we can be a buyer, right? How we can partake from this impulsive buy. Now we notice that price, so on this daily, we notice that price has actually stayed on this particular range, right? Price is on this range. So price is on this range. So this is where we are now. Price is here. So I have literally established that price moves from range to range. So where you want to be a buyer from or a seller from, you need to actually establish where is price at, where is price moving to. So when you are able to establish this, it gives you a concept or where you can actually be able to draw your conclusion on what to do or the next step to do or the strategies that you have in place to be able to place an order or place a trade. Understanding the market structure is truly a basic foundation to help you to excel better or give you a better edge in the forex industry. So now, and when you know that, you can be able to now implement those strategies that you have, whether it is a strategy I would teach you as we go through the journey and you find it very helpful for yourself as you journey to become profitable, just like I am, or a strategy you have already backtested and journaled and that works for you. But here today, I will just be talking about how to understand the structure, how price actually moves from range to range. Now, we establish on the daily that we are in this particular range. So we are in this particular range. So we are in this particular range. So now, if you are a swing trader, you can establish, as you have established that this is the range you are, you can be able to work your way up to where you can see a point of interest that is in confluence with your strategy, right? And now look for a reason to either buy or sell. But here we have established that we are bullish, right? So now we are looking for reasons to buy. So you can't be actually looking for reasons to sell when you have established that price have moved from range to range and shown you a hand that it wants to go bullish. So why sell, right? Why sell? So that is the mistake a lot of traders will make. We don't actually put into consideration the price actions or the price delivery of the markets, right? We have seen from the higher time frame, because the higher time frame helps as a backup to whatever you want to go down the lower time frame. So you have to be able to establish that on the higher time frame, what is price doing? Where is price likely to draw to? That will establish your point of interest. And where is price likely to go to? That will be explained to you when you understand the market structure, just as I am helping you to understand this. Now, if you look at this, we can actually see that on the 4-hour time frame, right? We can say that the initial break of the 4-hour time frame is the break here and the break here. So we can say that on the 4-hour time frame, we can be a buyer at this range, right? So we remember that price hasn't taken out. Remember that price hasn't taken out this particular high. Remember that price hasn't taken out this particular high. So that is where we are now. So we want to see if we can find a reason. If we can find a reason within this whole zone. As you can see, there are fair value gaps here. There are price consolidation that's actually both impulsive. There are price manipulation or liquidity. So those will be explained down the line. But here we will just be talking about the market structure and how to understand it. So now you can see that this is in a 4-hour and this is where we are. Now, if you want to also go down to a lower time frame, like the 1 hour, right, to see where price is at the moment, it's actually the same thing basically as the 4-hour. So we are still at that particular range. So if you have a strategy that works for you and you see something of other confluence that you can match up to now continue or look for reasons to buy, you can now actually check out the confluence that matches your strategy and look for a reason to buy here. So now I believe that this has helped you to understand fully how the market moves and understand fully the market structure and how it actually delivers. We move from range to range. You need to be able to establish. There are two things I want you guys to take into this. There are two things I want you guys to take home. So one would be where price draws to, right? And secondly, where price is heading to. Where price is heading to is explained better on the market structure, understanding the market structure and making you know where it is actually leading to as you go down the time frame. And I have explained this and I believe that you understand this. So if you understand it, you do well to put a thumbs up and then turn your post notification bell to be notified whenever I drop a new video. So I would see you on another video. Thank you for staying here. I love you guys. Subscribe please. Bye.